Site-specific plan amendment nomination PC19MV11 concerns the property located at 2550 Huntington Avenue in the Huntington Community Planning Sector, which is in the northern portion of the Mount Vernon Supervisors District, as shown on this map. The subject parcels include an existing multifamily residential development known as the Parker, and a temporary park space planned and approved for office and other non-residential uses located on the north side of Huntington Avenue. The site is situated to the north of the Huntington Metro Rail Station and a planned bus rapid transit station. Cameron Run abuts the site to the north, an office building abuts to the west, and the elevated Yellow Line Metro Rail track abuts to the east across Metro View Parkway. The site is located in the Huntington Transit Station area, or TSA, one of several mixed-use centers surrounding the 14 metro stations in Fairfax County. The TSA boundaries are shown here in black outline. The site is also located in the Huntington Transit Development Area, or TDA, which is an area determined to be appropriate for higher intensity mixed-use development. The TDA boundaries are shown here in white dash. As noted in the map to the right, the site is planned within Land Unit G of the Huntington Community Planning Sector. The comprehensive plan recommendations for the Huntington TSA are based on the concept of concentrating redevelopment to a limited area, the TDA, within a 5 to 7 minute walk of the metro station. The TDA is considered the most proximate area to the metro station and offers the most viable opportunities for development and redevelopment. The area is, therefore, recommended for the highest densities of mixed-use development to optimize transit ridership. The county's Guidelines for Transit-Oriented Development, or TOD, endorse higher intensities close to rail stations in order to help meet county goals related to the production of affordable housing and employment opportunities, urban streetscape design and connectivity, and the provision of transportation alternatives to single occupancy vehicles. Both the adopted Huntington Plan and the TOD guidelines recommend that development projects within the TSA provide a balanced mix of uses in order to encourage a critical mass of pedestrian activity, accommodate future residential and employment growth, and mitigate vehicular traffic by encouraging off-peak and reverse commuting patterns. The comprehensive plan has a site-specific recommendation for the site, which calls for a mix of residential, office, and restaurant and retail uses at an intensity of 2.0 to 3.0 FAR and a maximum height of 165 feet. The residential use component is limited to 1/2 of the total development. The nomination proposes an option to remove the limitation on residential development and recommend up to 100% residential development, replacing the planned office and non-residential uses on the site. The nomination notes the potential for senior housing or assisted living facilities as a part of the development and proposes to potentially develop in coordination with the office use on the adjacent parcel 83-1-133, which is located immediately to the west of the nomination site. In considering this nomination, staff notes that the adjacent Huntington Club condominiums property to the south was subject to a 2017 plan amendment that provided a transit-oriented mixed-use redevelopment option up to a 3.5 FAR. The office development to the west was also subject to a 2017 plan amendment that provided a mixed-use redevelopment up to a 3.0 FAR. Both properties have frontage on Huntington Avenue, similar to the subject property, and the redevelopment options that were adopted include residential and non-residential mixed use to support the critical mass of office uses and provide housing options in the area. Sites nearest to metro stations are considered the best positioned to support the county goals of effectively leveraging mixed-use development, including office use, to create jobs and housing near high-frequency transit and to increase transit ridership. Given these considerations, PC19MV11 is not recommended to be added to the Comprehensive Plan Amendment Work Program. The nomination would create the potential for a residential-only use option or limited commercial uses on the subject parcels, which would be counter to the goal of providing a balanced mix of residential and non-residential uses with development projects within the TSA. Accordingly, the adopted plan recommendation on the site remains appropriate.